Genetic engineering. This topic is raising a ton of questions within the scientific and social community. Is it ethical to genetically modify living things? What about humans specifically? What are the effects of playing with genetics, something that had previously been left to the mercy of nature? Communities all over the world are in a heated debate over how this cutting-edge field should be regulated, or even allowed at all. So Austin, what do you know about genetic engineering?
Not much, other than it involves changing genes to get a desired sequence.
Well, it has to do with genetics and engineering, so...
Now, we will discuss the concept of genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is defined as the experimental technique that uses genetics to treat or change the human genome. The concept of genetic engineering came around in the 1970s when two scientists by the name of Friedman and Robin discussed using the human genome to treat genetic diseases. However, real developments didn't come until the 1990s, when the first approved gene therapy case took place at the National Institute of Health, which was attempting to cure a patient from a severe immune deficiency disease. In 2004, scientists at the University of South Korea successfully cloned 16 human embryos to have the same genetic makeup as their mothers. Recently, scientists and researchers have been approaching the point where it would be scientifically possible and feasible to literally engineer a human baby to give it desirable human traits, such as super strength, high athleticism, or high intelligence. And this is where the controversy comes in.
I think that if you are engineering the child that you want, what you're saying to that child is, I'm only going to love you if you have these qualities. And if for some reason they happen to lose those qualities somehow, then what do? You're not going to love them anymore because that's the child you created to love?
I think it has potential to be helpful. I do think there's some problems with it that need to be worked out, but I think once it's further developed and all the bugs are fixed, it's good to go.
I think genetic engineering is kind of freaky in that it gives the opportunity for someone to create their own product, as in they're just manufacturing a baby instead of actually creating it.
Okay. I personally consider it a sort of immoral practice just because our differences and our physical weaknesses and genetic weaknesses, I suppose, are what make us different and interesting. And it kind of frightens me a little bit. It makes me think of like 1984 Big Brother stuff. So I'm not a big fan of that.